Yes, as that proud coat of arms says, we're in the county of Middlesex, in my hometown of Uxbridge. Our postcard today. Well, we're here on the banks of the River Colne, known as the border between Middlesex and Buckinghamshire. The busy Oxford Road is that side, and this is where Uxbridge began, true or false?
True, yes. All the archaeology suggests that this is where Uxbridge began, Uxbridge. And this is the bridge, established, we believe, by a Saxon tribe called the Wixan, W-I-X-A-N. The W was to be found in the name of the town right until the 17th century. But it seems that that double U has hardened into a single U. So it's Uxbridge today.
Now that in itself perhaps shows the importance here when I describe where we are. A river, a road. Was that the reason for Uxbridge's build-up to great prominence?
Yes, it's obviously a considerable factor. And with the corn trade flourishing in the town, mills, flour mills on the local river were of course a major source of income.
Well, it's what property agents call location, location, location means everything. And you've only got to look around now. Uxbridge is a boom town, isn't it?
Things are developing quite rapidly, that's right.
Now,
yes.
When this tribe first came here and obviously controlled this whole area of South Buckinghamshire, West Middlesex, when did Uxbridge start to really grow?
Well, it was in the 12th century. There seems to have been, if I may call it that, a town redevelopment plan, and it moved up the hill to where we find the centre of Uxbridge today. And a new town was laid out there with burgage plots, and that was when Uxbridge really developed, 12th century.
And I remember someone once told me that, in fact, Uxbridge sent representatives to Edward's Parliament. Was that Edward the First?
That's so, that's right, yes, that's certainly the case. And really, I suppose there were two towns of significance in Middlesex at one stage, Brentford, the county town, and Uxbridge.
And when was it then that Uxbridge became more and more important? I mean, in the modern day, of course, it's really, really growing, well, I mean, incredibly so. Was it the introduction of something like the Metropolitan line, the end of the line?
I would put it back further than that, somewhere about 1800. There were three factors. First of all, there was the corn trade in the market house. Secondly, there was the stagecoach traffic. Uxbridge was alive from morning to night with horse-drawn traffic in those days. And thirdly, there was the building of the canal, the Grand Junction Canal, linking the Thames at Brentford with the Midlands Canal system.
And then after that?
Things declined somewhat. The stagecoach traffic, of course, was killed off by the railways. Corn growing declined. The corn market began to go down. And so by about 1900, people in the town were somewhat depressed, feeling that they'd been left behind in the march of progress. Then comes the Metropolitan Railway, the link with London, Metro Land, and the 20th century development.
Well, yeah, I tell you what's interesting. I mean, when I lived here, well, not just far from here, Harefield Road, there was this big poster given to me when I first moved in, which said, "Come out to Uxbridge and take in the fresh air of the River Colne," behind us.
Yes.
And it was actually an advertisement for the Metropolitan line from Baker Street to Uxbridge. Come and spend time in the country.
That's it, yeah, spend a day in the countryside.
And,
yes.
and not much has changed there if you come down to the banks of the Colne.
Well, it's amazing, really, how that Buckinghamshire has remained undeveloped, and here we are, a suburb of London, a couple of miles down the road, you're in the country.
Absolutely, and this is what Sir John Betjeman would call, we're out to rural Middlesex again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Ken.